The reason we're here today is to try and engage the community to help all of our public safety partners here in Roanoke City Police Department and in Roanoke City to help locate Mr. James Smith. He goes by Jim. So Jim Smith, 81 years old, black male. He was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, blue jeans, and we believe he did not have any shoes on at the time. He went missing September 4th in the early morning hours of Monday morning around 1:51 a.m. We were notified that he had wandered from his house again. He had been gone at that time from his house around 30 to 45 minutes, and we immediately began searching for him. We engaged a number of partners to help with that search. He had left from the 1800 block of Orange Avenue Northwest, which is a few blocks behind us. During the course of this investigation, we engaged a number of partners from the community to help us with this search. Some of those partners were Bedford County Sheriff's Office and their Bloodhound team, Roanoke County Fire and Rescue and their drone team, the Star City Alert System, Virginia State Police Silver Alert, Roanoke City Public Schools, Roanoke Fire EMS, Roanoke Sheriff's Office, and we've engaged in foot patrols, bike patrols, our UTV patrols, and our vehicles to try and locate Mr. Smith. What we've done so far hasn't located Mr. Smith, but we remain optimistic, and here's what we need the community to do to help us. Please check your cars, your storage buildings, garages, anywhere else on your property that somebody might go to try and seek shelter. It was extremely warm yesterday. It's going to get even warmer again today, and we're really worried that maybe Mr. Smith in his confused state has gone somewhere to seek shelter, and it's not obvious for us to find him. So if you could check any of your property that you have, whether it's a business, a private residence, anywhere you're allowed to be, please check those areas that somebody might have gone into to seek shelter from the heat. The Bloodhound tracked from the 1800 block of Orange Avenue behind me to this area where we're standing having this conference, so 11th and Orange Northwest. Usually when a Bloodhound just stops tracking and loses the scent, it indicates to us that there's a strong possibility that a vehicle may have picked up Mr. Smith. If you're the person who picked up somebody in the early morning hours of Monday morning to try and help them, thank you, but what we need from you is to contact us. You're not in any trouble, but we'd like for you to tell us where you took him. I'm sure he's very convincing about where it was he was supposed to be and where he needed to be, because that's what he truly believes is occurring in the time frame that he's in right now. But if you could tell us where you dropped him off, even if you think it might be Mr. Smith, then that could give us another area to start searching from to try and return Mr. Smith to his family. So please, again, if you pick somebody up in this area early morning hours of Monday and you gave him a ride somewhere else, please call us, let us know so that we can follow up on any of those leads. You're not in any trouble. We just are trying to chase down every possible lead that we have to find Mr. Smith at this time. Some quick facts about Mr. Smith that might help in narrowing down our search area. Keep in mind, we've already searched all these areas at least a couple of times. Don't let that deter you from going behind and searching for us or helping us with these things. Mr. Smith, Jim, as he goes by, is 81 years old. He used to live in the Gainsboro area. That's a pretty broad area. He might be somewhere in that area. So he's very familiar with the alleyways, the paths, and with the dementia that we believe he has. We believe he may have reverted back to his younger years when he was running around in that area. So that's a possibility of a place that we would like for you to help us search. He also worked with the public schools for a long time. You may remember I mentioned Roanoke City Public Schools is helping us. That's why we've engaged with them. We've encountered Mr. Smith at the old school administration building on Douglas. That was also his junior high school when he was coming up through grade school. His high school is what we know as Lucy Addison Middle School right now. That was his high school. He's been seen in that area in the past, and we found him in that area before. He used to work at Westside Elementary and at Garden City Elementary. As you see, the number of schools that I mentioned and the areas that he might be in, we've expanded our search area essentially to Roanoke City. I wish I could give better, more finite areas for us to search in for Mr. Smith, but at this point, we're over 24 hours that he's been gone, and we just really need to be looking everywhere for him. So we really need the public's help with this to locate Mr. Smith and bring him home safely, so any help would be greatly appreciated. I won't mince words here. Mr. Smith is an elderly man who has potentially been in the elements, as I stated, for more than 24 hours. It's going to get hot again today, and we're really worried about his safety and his well-being, and we need to find him as quickly as we can. So if you're on your lunch break, when you get off work, if you leave work early, please do everything you can to help us. Thank you. Any questions?
Yes. Would you say he's considered to be endangered?
Because of his age and his medical prognosis, yes. We would definitely consider him endangered.
Is he living alone in this house? Is he with family? Is he watching over him?
So he was living with some family, and they're the ones that reported him missing. The family is engaged, and their friends are engaged with searching. The church and some other groups that they're active with are also helping as well. They would like for as much help as they could get to locate their loved one as well.
I just want to confirm his age, because I think we had a press release that said 80, and then we have 81, so can you confirm?
81 is what I'm told. In the report that we filed with his date of birth, he's 81 years old.
And because he's been out in the elements for over 24 hours, anyone who comes across him should also consider that he's in a medical emergency.
Yeah, dehydration right now is the largest concern for being out this long in these type of weather conditions. So dehydration really manifests itself with even more confusion on top of the dementia. So if you locate him, think you locate him, call 911. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. Anybody with fire and EMS would be more than happy to come out and assist with that, get him to the hospital if that's what needs to happen. So yes.
You said he's gone missing before. Do you know how many times, and or if he's
It's been a number of times he was missing before, or he's wandered from his house, I guess would be the best way to put it. Every other time we've been able to locate him in a relatively short amount of time. This is the longest that he's been away from home that we haven't been able to find him. As to your Project Lifesaver question, he was a participant in the Project Lifesaver program. He was not a cooperative participant. He would remove his tracker multiple times, throw them away, lose them. So the family, in conjunction with the sheriff's office and the police department, felt that it was probably not going to be helpful for him to stay on that program. So he was aware of it, but for whatever reason, he just didn't like that device.